Welcome back to our channel, All About You, All About Me. We wanted to discuss a little bit about self growth because it's really a topic that's very important to us. We've been working really diligently on it, and I think that we all agree that the three of us agree that it's something that we really got to do more that now that we're retired. I personally tried many times before that to do it, and I would start reading, and I wouldn't be able to finish it because of the pressures of life, work, family, and I really got nowhere fast. And now that I do have the time, I'm really investing it in me. But and we all have, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Self growth. I remember when I retired. It's going on 3 years for me. I was the first one that retired from the group here.
Wow.
And everybody in my family, or some people in my family, they really thought, "What are you going to do with yourself?" Everybody figured, "Oh my goodness, are we going to handle her? What's going to happen? What's going on?" But I think that faith and friendship and sisterhood came along, and I've always, like Rosie said, um, favored on learning about me. And what I found out is that I had the time now to learn about me. Who was I? What did I want? And of course, we started a book club almost a year ago. And we all love reading. We're avid readers. So I remember even before this, we read a lot of good authors. We have been blessed with knowing a lot, and I'm going to say Louise Hay was one of the very first ones, right?
Yes.
Wayne Dyer was another one, Esther Hicks, Jerry Hicks, Joe Dispenza for me, and then of course let's not forget Miguel and Jose Ruiz, to name a very few.
Yes.
And right now, I think lately we did Bob Proctor and is it Terry Whitaker?
Terry Whitaker.
She, and so those are the kind of the books we like to read. We're not saying we don't like others. We just feel that we're more in tune with growing, and personal growth is one of the keys to living a fulfillment life, I think. And we have learned so much that we even did this channel. Never in my whole life had I ever thought of doing such a thing. And the purpose behind this is because we wanted to share everything we can to you, the viewer, because many times we are kind of lost and we want someone else to fix that lost, but no one can but yourself. And so we call it self-therapy. What do you guys think, girls?
When you say you're kind of lost, yes, you are kind of lost, and yes, we have this channel, but it's more than doing the self-help. Sometimes it's a matter of I can listen to a podcast or a YouTube channel or a program, and something in there will strike something in me that will bring up feelings that I need to deal with. So that has been part of mine as I'm growing and becoming, and I start journaling about that topic. When stuff or situations are challenging for me or difficult for me to handle, I've started having a conversation with myself and my journal. And as I talk to my journal, I'm being very honest, because in my eyes, no one will see it but me. So I can let the raw, uncut version of Carla come out. Sometimes as I've looked back over it, I'm like, ooh. And then sometimes I'm not able to look back over it right away because it's still so raw, so painful. And then there's sometimes that it's joyous. Whatever I'm feeling, I know that I can have a conversation with myself, because the only person I could ever really count on is me. I have to depend on me. I have to go within me. I have to build myself up. Now, this is not disregarding my spiritual guidance, my conversations with God. This is above separate, because I still have those conversations. Those are very important. I start my day off with those conversations, but sometimes those conversations don't get me to that next step until I write down what I'm feeling within those conversations. And when I'm having those conversations with God and I write them down, I get a whole different perspective. And it opens up and allows me to be more of me. So as I'm growing, my whole purpose is to become a better person, so that whoever crosses my path, whoever I meet, if there's something that I say or do that brings joy, brings something to their life, then I've succeeded. But I'm not walking my walk, okay, let me help this person, let me buy them this, let me do this. I'm walking the life to be the very best human being that God would have me to be. And when I've done that, when I've done what's best for me, I have done what's best for everyone else. So that is my growth today at this particular moment. Now, they may come back to me in this discussion and I will have changed and gone to a different level.
That's right.
But right now, right here, that's where I am.
And I think, Rosie, I think what you said, Carla, is so important, because especially the latter part, we are meant to change. That's part of growth.
Oh my gosh.
So what we feel today, and then you worry about not feeling the same thing tomorrow, that's perfect.
Hey.
That means it was growth,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And that's why we decided to do this video, because personal growth has to do a lot with growing
Just
every single day.
Yes.
And you're not gonna like the same food, the same dress, the same color, and 6 months from now, maybe, depending, right? But that doesn't mean you grew or didn't grow, sorry. It just means that we're in the process, and know that growth is an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity
Yes.
for
Yes,
us,
I like
and
that.
and the more we grow, the more opportunities we have to have that energy kind of guide us to where we need to be, or we want to be.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
Nancy?
Yes. And something that Carla said reminded me of teaching. She said that all we can do is be the best person we're capable of being. As a teacher, I always wanted to help my students get to a higher level. And I realized that, yes, I could get them at a higher level in math or in reading, but I wanted to do more than that. I wanted to make them better human beings, to want something better.
Yes.
And I realize now that the times that it would work for me was not when I was trying to make them better, but when I was making myself better. Because by being a better person, they saw that. And they were able to elevate along with me.
Yes.
So, that's very important that you work on yourself. Don't try to work on anyone else.
Yes.
Because when you're the best person you can be, you influence all the people around you.
I totally
And I'm
agree
glad
with
you said that, because it also goes with family, right? I mean, you'll be surprised how many family members watch you and tell you, because that's just the way we are. We're human beings, and when you fall, they're there. When you rise, they're there. I'm not telling you what kind of energy they're in, but I'm telling you, they see you. They see you.
Yes.
And it's really good to see that, you have support from some of them, and if not all. And so the thing here is that it is important to understand that the more you learn today, the better you'll be tomorrow. And by doing that, we have managed to say that these books have done miracles for us, if I may say so.
Yes, I agree.
It's opened up our minds like it's supposed to be. And like Carla did say, you have different ideas and you have different lights that kind of come on. And sometimes, reading that book, especially with your group or with a group or even by yourself, you do think, oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's true.
Right, Carla?
Definitely. We were having a discussion earlier, and when we were having this discussion, she and I were going back and forth but we were arguing the same thing, just saying it a different way.
Yes.
Yes.
We were in a total agreement.
Until.
No.
Are
No,
we
we were
saying the same
still
thing?
in total agreement. We were in total agreement, but we thought we were in disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you did, but I did. I thought we were in disagreement until we sat there and went, wait a minute. I said, I think you're saying the same thing I'm saying. So it's just, sometimes you have to take a breath and allow things to sit with you as you're growing, and not be the first one to jump in there and disagree or be the right one or argue or whatever. And that's one of the most important things that I've learned is just stop and just listen. Because when you do listen, it makes such a difference. Even if you're just listening to yourself, it is so important to listen to yourself. Just hear what you're saying and let it resonate with you. Again, that word resonate is just all over the place for me right now. And I'm really enjoying that growing process. Every time I come to a video, I must say, I still get a little bit of challenge, but I don't have as much resistance as I used to have. And I've started enjoying it, whether I listen to it later and agree or disagree, it doesn't matter, because as I'm growing as an individual, that's the important thing for me, to just grow and be a better version of myself.
And growing doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Oh my
A
gosh.
lot of times it takes a lot longer. Speaking of the book and some of the ideas, one of the ideas that I struggled a lot with was about illness. And the first time I read it, I rejected it. I said, no, I'm not going to accept this. And I rejected it. And we had a discussion, and I explained why I rejected it. And, everybody had their point of view. And when you hear it from somebody else, it kind of changes a little bit, because after I left, after that discussion, I really had to read it again. And I saw a bit of differences.
Okay.
And, and I said, okay, well, I know there's exceptions to every rule. And I'm going to ignore the exceptions. But it's like, does it pertain to me? Can I see myself within it? And I did. And it was like, oh. And it's like a light that just comes on that's like, okay, I see now.
Don't you love that?
Yes, I do. It's like, in school we used to call it the aha moments, when you
Yes,
would sit there
yes.
and you would see that light bulb just light up, and one of our students, when they got the concept, and you're like, yes, I did my job today. So now I do that for me. I'm like, yes, I understand and I'm growing.
Yes.
And again, just don't give up on yourself.
Ooh,
Personal growth is about not giving up on yourself. Because if you don't give up on yourself, then you don't give up on anyone else. And you know what? And again, your friends, your family members, they see this, and then that's something that will resonate with them forever.
Yes.
Whether we're here or not. And I just want to say that I am so blessed. I am so thankful for having my little group. Even our camera person and my sister over there, being together. I look so much forward to getting together. And this is why it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me to make that breakfast, to have that, I got to run at 6:30. I got to do this. I got to do that. But it's all about me wanting to grow even more, because I know that the minute I have them all here, we're all together again, and we're learning and disagreeing, agreeing, and then at the end we do agree, right, ladies?
Yes. One of the key things that I do really want to remind everyone, or maybe I'm just reminding myself, but it's a key element that it just continues to resonate. I love it. That's my favorite word today. But I would grow and I'd see myself, okay, I did this, yes. And I was expecting to revel in that glory, that happiness for at least a month or two. You might want to wait for a minute to revel in that as you move on to the next thing that forces you to step out of your comfort zone. and grow even more.
More.
So understand, even though you've mastered this, trust and believe that there is something up here waiting for you. And there'll be a bottom that drops out, however it manifests in your life, and just go, okay, I got the tools. Let me build this back together so I can climb on up the mountain. So just give yourself credit for that, give yourself grace for that, and know that's all part of the growth process.
Yes.
Yes. So remember, ask and it shall be given to you.
Yes.
Seek and you shall find. Knock and the doors will be opened
Opened.
unto you.
Yes.
Mark 7:7-8. It is something never to forget. So always think growing is a good thing, and always continue to grow. Go for that sky. Don't live yesterday. Don't live last year. Don't live 3 years ago. It does not help you grow.
It doesn't.
Instead,
Yes.
look forward to tomorrow. Look forward
Yes.
for the next second to minute. And believe me, you will find that energy that says you're on the right track. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for sharing these moments with us.
Thank you for joining our channel. Thank you for coming back and revisiting us.
Yes.
Like and
subscribing.
sharing. We have had some people that have joined us because someone else referred it. Thank you, because
Sharing.
it's all about
Sharing.
it can help someone else.
Yes.
What we share, our individual work, can maybe help someone else, and that's really important to us. Okay, ladies?
Yes.
Okay. See you next time.